flip to the young. Marcus Garvey at the desk, used to have to push up. Now I hardly got the press. Got 2 guns, they both lead the cardiac arrest. My success got suckers' souls on, blowing steam like a cup of coffee. Click, pow, get these fuckers off. Alright.
World Dom 7, LA was fire.
Super fire.
King of the Dot put themselves in a position for one of the first times. It's come up before, but I think this was the strongest time because of the views behind Oxy. That, like, yo, is King of the Dot catching up to Smack? Are they better than Smack? Are they? We know they're a little more creative as far as themes and stuff like that, but it's real Android. Now. Felt like it's real now. I felt like when Hitman battled Averb and that shit got views so fast, it helped separate them. You know what I mean? It was something people pointed to. But this right here, though, it made King of the Dot look really good.
Crazy.
It was a bit different even before it got to the Oxy battle. Like, that was like everybody showed up to show out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole event was crazy.
So going into World Dom LA, I think there was an expectation that they were going to like round out the event and just finish it off really good. You know what I mean? Man, and I didn't like some of the matchups. Like, I really didn't like Serious Jones versus Sharon because we have this reoccurring theme of let's put Sharon against a black dude. Let's have him have a bunch of punchlines that are like, you're not that street.
Well, I saw the point of this one, being, 2 tall, lanky dudes that freestyle. They don't take themselves too seriously.
I got it, but I thought it was already old. I said, I've been saying this. I want to see Sharon battle Cheddar Cheese, Carter Deems, or
I don't think Sharon's going back down that road, man.
Sharon versus Ron.
Sharon and Ron would be
crazy.
Would be good.
But it's like Sharon's like, oh, I don't battle white people no more because I got popping.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
I mean, that's exactly what it is.
He called out Ronan Solomon.
Sharon versus Solomon. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see it either. But I just say that to say I don't know necessarily that his strategy is intentional. Well, of course, his strategy is intentionally battling.
Yeah.
But I definitely think he's open to certain other matchups.
I mean, so we'll see what happens. But I want to see him in a battle where he's forced to be a little bit more funny. Cause all right, well we'll skip back to the actual card for a second. But like the crowd at World Dom 7 Toronto was ass water.
Yeah, I didn't see that, so y'all gonna have to catch
the
me
Walking
up on
Dead
that.
ass.
Wow. Wow.
Straight zombies, yo. People seemed like they didn't want to be there. Mixed with they was mad tired.
It felt just very. It felt like they started the event tired.
Yeah.
You know how you go to a battle event and it's like the first few hours, like usually the first 3-4 battles,
lit.
The crowd is fresh.
Lit,
they reacting to everything,
yeah.
Especially the very first battle. They're waiting for every bar.
Yeah.
They're waiting for that. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like they all went to the Toronto battle, watched Bullpen, watched some Smack battles on YouTube, then went to this battle.
It seemed like they was in LA and then they flew into Toronto and came straight off the plane.
So all right, I've been from the recaps, niggas is saying like the battles was ass, the crowd was ass. Was it a thing where the crowd affected the battlers and the battles were actually good?
I think a lot of the battlers feed off crowd energy, and the fact that the crowd lacked energy may have had some effect. But at the same time, there was also a lot of performances that I just felt were uninspired.
I think it was both, man. I think, all right, now, something I constantly say about battle rap is I think if the battlers want to do the matches, that helps fuel the fire. So if it's a battle with some history, or it's a battle where like you really feel like, damn, I might lose to him, or something was said in a blog, I think you get people going that much harder.
But now we had a lot of that on this card, though.
And I'll get to that in a second. Is Math and Gems like a... You was
Nah.
coming at me, son?
Nah, but Math is in a position where he almost has to prove himself every time out now. So it's like everything has to be motivated.
We said that 3 or 4 times before this battle, though. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the bigger question too is what does beating gyms prove for Math?
I think
it's not beating gyms at this point. It's being Math. You know what I'm
upholding
saying? Like he has to be
upholding his name.
Yeah.
But like Serious and yo, the crazy thing is Serious is really like giving Sharon props. Like, yo, his rebuttals are fire. It's crazy. I honestly think best battles were probably Serious and Sharon and kinda sorta Clips versus Pat.
Really? Everybody told me that it was Gyms and Math. First off, I'm a Gyms fan. I know a lot of people, you know, aren't Gyms.
I guess
fans,
I could give Gyms and
I like
Math
Gyms.
over Pat and Clips.
Gyms fire.
Gyms fan.
The crowd wasn't.
You wasn't into it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought Gyms is fire. I don't like the gimmick of like with DNA, he pulled out all the cleaning stuff.
The
With
props.
Math, he dumped the chicken nuggets on him. I don't really like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was funny against DNA. I mean, let's be real.
Versus DNA was fire.
Yeah.
And as something that's like a one and done type thing, like I'm gonna do this one
Yeah.
battle because this one approach to this one battler is going to make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Fire. I liked it when he did it that one time versus DNA. Now to bring that back with Math and you know dump the chicken nuggets and the rubber chickens.
Yeah.
Was cool, but like I don't want to see that every battle. And I hope that it's not going to be Gyms and Shotty P at Blackout and then, you know what I'm saying, Gyms is going to dump a whole bunch of fucking dirty water and relate it to Flint or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see that.
So you don't think it's a thing to where he's like he's building his calling card to where like now his next battle people are looking at him like, yo, what's this nigga Jim's gonna bring out now? You know what I'm saying? Because we're in an era where
people are gonna do that, and that's I think it'll be effective for him, as far as marketing or branding himself. But just me, it's not something I'm gonna look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna watch the next Gyms battle and be like, yo, I wonder what he's gonna do against Shotty P, or I wonder what he's gonna do against A-War. Like he's gonna drop a whole bunch of Bibles on the stage. Like
let's keep it funky, man.
And see.
Battle rap is boring now, man. What are we gonna do to separate ourselves?
It is.
I think he's, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's what he's doing, man. Because
I think
when I sit down to write, it's like I don't want to just do bars. That shit is boring, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this whole, we've been doing this thing for the past 9, almost 10 years, and it's like we're doing the same thing over and over and over. So I can appreciate when I see that. You know what I'm saying?
I can appreciate it too, but I mean, let's talk about it in the context of World Dom, right? Math and Gyms go, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? The crowd ain't really fucking with it, but they're laughing because both of them are saying stuff that's funny. Like Math was like, yo, in your blogs, like you be doing that shit and like with a washer and a dryer in the back of your crib, like you know, you be going to the laundry room so like your moms won't hear you like doing the blogs. And he was like, yo, like this nigga lives in a laundromat, and he like had this. He went in on it more in the second, but it was like this long thing about like how you're in a laundromat and you have like a Spanish-owned laundromat. So it was funny. And then, you know, Gyms was Gyms in the first. Then the second, he's like, you said against Serious Jones that you didn't eat a chicken nugget. You only had one chicken nugget, so you punched him. And he was like, dumped out a bag with chicken nuggets, rubber chickens, and other chicken accessories I might not have caught on to while they're dropping.
Chicken accoutrement.
What? What was that word?
It's a new word, man. I know Chilla already knew that word.
Accoutrement?
Accoutrement.
Accoutrement?
Yeah.
That's a real joint?
Yeah, it's like
Is that a real joint?
Look it up. Look it up. I might even be saying it wrong
spelled like
I'm a nigga.
coochie mole?
I might even be saying it wrong because I'm a nigga, but I know the word.
Is it a
man.
K's or C's in it?
You know what? I think it's a C.
And it means just like a bevy of things that are related to.
Yeah. Fact.
At context, I can figure it out with context clue, but he blew my accoutrement. The L was mad silent with their Albany, Georgia accent, yo.
Hey.
Sound like you said accoutrement. I said Akuna Matata, my brother.
A coochie boo.
Yeah.
A coochie boo. That's
Yeah.
what we doing with it.
Coochie boo.
A coochie boo.
So is that a coochie boo?
Don't do it. That's two. That's two.
Slow it down.
That's two.
So
Who did you give that battle to? Math and Jims.
Damn.
that's how I felt about like every battle on the card.
You gave it a Math?
I think I gave it to Jims.
Damn.
No, it's not a clear win.
Damn.
I had to stress that none of these battles at World Time were clear wins.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm a fan of both of these niggas, man.
You
Even
agree
though
with that?
Math, you ugly in Utah, and I
None
can
of the
bench
battles
press
were
your
clear
life,
wins.
and you got to die. I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of Jims.
I thought Big Cannon beat the
I
shit
can't
out of
see y'all
Dundee.
not showing up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Cannon beat the shit out of Dundee.
Yeah, Dundee was not effective.
Dundee
felt-
wasn't Dundee.
Dundee felt victim to the crowd not liking nothing.
Damn. and Big Cannon, he's been around long enough to know to push through that shit.
Yeah.
He was making jokes.
Yo, you know what's
He
crazy?
was comfortable.
Because we walked in on Big Cannon and Dundee, and we were like, "Yo, man, crowd ain't feeling this battle. This is like the battle that they like talk through in the background or whatever. We were getting settled in. Then it's like next battle is like they're not feeling this one either. Then it's like gets to the fourth or fifth battle, it's like yo, they're not feeling nothing. No, and I don't want to just blame it on the crowd. People even tweeting me after like, "Yo, the crowd, that Toronto crowd, I guess it's become a thing. They have a stigma for just being a bad crowd when it, on like non-blackout events or something."
Nah, I mean it's weird because my first time out there, when I battled Pesci, it was 2011. It's like they were hungry for.
No,
bars.
they're saying as of late.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is like when I first went out there, they were hungry for bars. The second time I went out there, like 2-3 years later, it's like they was almost accustomed to seeing the biggest battlers in the world come through, and it's like they was desensitized to being the hub of Canadian battle rap. So it's like it was like pulling strings to get
It's
a
crazy
reaction.
to me
It kinda
how that
feels
many
like
people
that.
can go to a battle and be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna join myself." It seemed like there was a decent amount of people in there too. It's like all y'all paid to get in here to be like, and they weren't even talking in the background. They were just like,
I think it's just I think it's gotten to a point in Toronto where I think them shits is just social events. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not an
Yeah.
event. It's not an event where I'm gonna go and watch Nestle battle so and so. It's an event where I'm gonna go see
DJs,
my
and
homie
other
this
rappers,
person and my homegirl
Get a
here.
couple
Yeah.
drinks,
I
talk
know
some
my
shit.
homegirl says she's going, so I'm gonna go just to kick it with
Yeah.
her.
Right,
And
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like I think it's just become like more of a social event than an actual like event where you show up and support the battlers or support the battles that are happening. That's what it feels like anyway.
I mean, this is all this breaking down and stuff. I'm gonna keep it 100. We can talk about the title match. I didn't like none of the battles, bro.
Damn.
I never say this. I ain't like none of them. And there was a point where I got
Did you like
mad
any of the
close.
performances individually?
I like Pat Stay's first round a lot, and I like blips of Charlie Clips' stuff.
But I heard he went on to get washed in 2 and 3. Pat.
It wasn't even a wash. It was just like Clips did better than him, and the crowd wasn't. I think that was a battle that needed the crowd. They needed. I feel like they needed energy to cheer on their champ Pat,
They're crowd rappers.
and I feel like Charlie Clips needed to feed off that energy to get off and turn it against him. And there was just nothing there. You know what I mean?
Do you think they did what they were supposed to do, but the crowd wasn't?
No.
Damn.
I don't think anyone did what they're supposed to do in the whole event besides Big Cannon.
Well, let's just cut to the chase, man. Who won? I keep seeing everybody saying Cortez got robbed.
No, he didn't.
No.
No.
The majority of what I'm seeing is Cortez got
I
robbed.
understand that, but like, no.
Is it clear cut he didn't get robbed? Like head ice.
It was clear cut that the battle wasn't that good.
Damn.
And it's just
Damn.
no. I'm serious, man. I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to clown nobody. I'll tell them like I didn't like it, yo. Them two just aren't meant to battle each other in 2017.
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, and I have a feeling that, and this is a knock against Head Ice. He might be defending the chain for 20 battles in a row because people just not gonna know what to say to him. And if they have to keep doing it in
Canada,
Toronto and that crowd, it's over. If that battle, I kept saying this, if that battle was, they say we're not gonna do it in Toronto this year. we're gonna have the same card we have in LA, but we're gonna add the title match onto it. Fire. It would have been fire.
Fire.
But,
Same content. Like if they brought the same shit.
Now I think about it, I think the crowd would have made the battle better, but I didn't like the content that much. I feel like Head Ice usually has more. Some people want to argue like, "Oh, Head Ice don't be saying nothing," but I feel like sometimes the things he says are more powerful or more funny. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really have like huge, powerful Ice moments.
But you need a crowd for that.
Yeah, but he says stuff that are like something. He didn't really. Wasn't even enough of that. This is what it came down for me. Cortez went first because he's a challenger. Dope. Decent first round. When he was done spitting it though, I was like, that's a very beatable first.
Same.
Then Head Ice went and it's like he didn't really beat it. He just kind of. So it's kind of like, all right, well, whoever turns up first and maintains it is gonna win. Then the second, it was like Cortez was like. I liked it better. I thought it was cool. I thought he turned up a little bit. Her Ice, he turned up a little bit also, but I still had the feeling of, like, you know how people might have been really listening hard and been like, Cortez won the first two. If you really listen, the content was crazy.
Right.
Like I couldn't. I was going with these title matches. I like to go off a feeling and a vibe, and I just couldn't gauge it at all. And then the last round, Cortez took an angle, really tried to break down how Ice wasn't who he said he was in Harlem. Nobody cares about his OG-ness or the Wolf stuff. It's played out. It's old. He's not an OG no more. And I didn't think it was a cutthroat, I'm about to win a championship angle.
Damn. I was hoping for like a rehash of the old nigga, I don't know you or something like that.
Nah, it was just like, it was like he took an angle. It was well written. He performed it how it meant to be performed. But the crowd not reacting to shit mixed with it just not being a cutthroat, give me my chain now angle was just like,
Yeah, that was my one thing about the angle. I thought it was a really, really dope angle for any battle that's not a title match. Because it was it was a lot of that, and then if you remember the way he ended it was on some like, if I was the champ, this is what I would try and do with the chain, or this is what I would try and do for battle rap. I would try and, foster the younger battlers. I would, you know what I'm saying? Like he kind of put out it was almost like a campaign speech. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is fire, but I don't think like I don't think that it's in the third round of a title match.
It's not a closer.
You gotta knock somebody out, and I felt like he ended on a note where like, this is why you should vote for me. Thank you. And then you know what I'm saying. Then stepped
it was kind of like,
and then stepped off the podium. You know what I'm saying. And like I said, if it was just like a Cortez versus Head Ice and it was just a battle on a card and that was the angle he took, I would be like, yo, that's actually a fire angle. And it, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of a message that can transcend the battle. Like, you know what I'm saying, about his commitment to the growth of battle rap.
I think Cortez thought too hard. He should just did what he usually does and he would have won.
So what do you think the grounds, the people that think Cortez got robbed, what grounds are they standing on?
That they listen hard and they think that Cortez material is more cohesive and made more sense than Ice's material.
And I think a lot of them, like I think what's happening with Ice now, and this is where it's going to start getting dangerous, I think people are just from the Roan joint and now from the Cortez joint, people are starting to just dislike Head Ice. And not even so much for what he does or his ability as a battler, but for the fact that he's winning these close, controversial title matches.
So now they love you, they hate you.
So now it's getting to a point where you can put Ice in front of a bar stool for 3 rounds in a title match, and people are gonna be like, "Yo, I really hope the bar stool pulls this one out, bro."
It's so crazy because Head Ice represented change. He was King of the Dots Obama. You know what I'm saying? And like after a couple title defenses, people are like, and we want more change. We want different change. We want to make King of the Dot great again.
About to bring that Trump.
I think if it were up to the people, the champ would lose every every title match.
Yeah, I haven't seen one where people weren't arguing about it, honestly.
Yeah,
except for Bender versus Kane. Except for that one.
I mean, I just feel like it's weird because
would you agree with that though?
Huh?
That the majority of fans would like to see the chain change hands at every title match. Have you ever heard a title match get announced, or you know what I'm saying, seen a flyer or an announcement for a title match and thought to yourself, I think most of the people want the champ to win this battle. Maybe a couple times.
I felt like that
a couple times.
I was about to say I felt like that until Pat battled Sharon. I feel like people. Sharon is like the Tay-Rock of King of the Dot. Like people saw him come up and they want him to just to win and bask in glory. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we didn't even talk about Ice's third round. So Ice goes in the third round. Like you said, Cortez was like, he had angles. They were written properly. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just weren't the angles for this third round cutthroat situation. And this is the round that Head Ice turns to. He like turns up his like joke-ometer and his like wolf-ometer, and like some things kind of slip through. He said something. I don't know if he was talking about chicks or whatever, and it was like the neck bumping, like a giraffe fight,
like giraffe beef.
A giraffe beef. He said giraffe beef. Necks bumping like giraffe beef. Exactly. That was like everybody's reaction. Yeah. But Ice was getting, you know what's funny? Ice's third round might have got the most reaction. Oh, you know what? We missed one thing.
I know. The second round.
Cortez's best thing.
What's that?
You know that picture of Ice and the girl?
Oh man.
Yeah. So he like pulled it out and was handing it out in the crowd.
Oh man.
And he was snapping on the girl. He was like, "Yo, it looked like it's burnt pancakes on her booty cheeks." And just he said that. That's a quote. And that part was funny. That was a part where I was like, "Oh, Cortez might run away with this if he just clowns and jokes and gets that up out of here." But it didn't. It didn't really last that long. But that was a highlight for me. I thought remember like people were kind of talking at the crib, kind of like, "Oh man." And then when he said that, everybody was kind of like, "Oh, hold on, we got action here." You know what I'm saying? We got action. But Ice won off the fact that he pulled through with maybe about 4 funny joints, the 4 joints that we know Head Ice for back to back in the last round, and it was just kind of like, And you know what I think? Even if he didn't, I don't know if I could have given the title to Cortez, because I always say this. I believe that when you're in a championship fight in any sport or in anything, you have to
knock him out.
Yeah, you have to take it. You know what I mean? The battle was literally like this. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. You know what I mean? But I understand people who think Cortez got robbed based off content. Because Head Ice wasn't really saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they didn't want to battle each other, but they had to because of circumstances, so they came up with some shit.
If Head Ice wasn't really saying nothing and Cortez was trying, and Cortez won, right?
No. Like I'm saying, it just wasn't that effective. It wasn't that effective. But like I said, y'all, I don't feel strongly about either of them winning. So I feel like Head Ice won because he was the champion. That's honestly how I feel.
But I think what you just said is the exact reason why people are saying what they're saying, because that's the way they're looking at it.
Yeah,
they're looking at it like, what is Ice talking about? What is Ice saying? What is Ice doing in this battle to win this match? You know what I'm saying?
I understand it.
Whereas they're looking at Cortez and they're saying, "Oh, Cortez has more substance. Cortez is saying more stuff that's quotable, or however you want to put it." So I think when they're looking at it and they're comparing it, and it's like, it's such a style clash that it's like, either you just rock with Tez more, or you rock with Ice more. I just think it's getting to a point now where fewer and fewer people are rocking with Ice because of the Roan decision and because Soros didn't get a title shot. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people now don't want Ice as champ.
Well, let's keep it funky, man. Ice is a different breed from a lot of the KOTD audience. You know what I'm saying?
He's a different breed from a lot of Smack audience. He's a different breed from. I understand he has a relatable content to them, but the way it comes out,
Right. Of course.
I just think it's interesting how much Ice was embraced
In the beginning.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. In all of his battles, even in Canada, he was one person that could stand across from Pat Stay and get the same amount of reaction.
Right.
Like probably, I don't know if there's an American who gets more reaction in Canada than Ice. Roan probably was the closest person.
Roan Clips at one time. No, not even. Yeah, I feel you.
Clips, you know what I'm saying?
Real.
But so
Clips against
I just think it's interesting now that 2 battles removed, you know, him beating Roan and then him, you know what I'm saying, beating Cortez to defend his chain. It's like a total 180. It's like a total switch. Now people are.
But then again, no. Let's be real though. It wasn't like the battle was fire and people were like, "Oh, I don't want." The battle was and people I feel like were just a little upset.
But I mean, in conjunction with the Roan decision as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those 2 things added together.
I thought there was a legitimate argument there.
With Roan?
This one was just kind
of it was I think both the Roan battle and the Cortez battle are close battles.
Very close.
I don't think neither one is a clear cut. You know what I'm saying? In the building, I was in the building for Roan and Ice, and I felt like Ice won.
I was a judge.
In the building, I
yeah.
felt like Ice won.
I was
watching Ice and Cortez on pay-per-view, I also felt like Ice won. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing too. The way Ice ended his 3rd round was like with some reaction and him being like, "Ice, nigga," like I won, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And Cortez was kind of sitting there like with a blank face, like not like a damn face, but just kind of like a
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
so basically, you're saying he wasn't looking like a champ.
No, Ice looked like he definitely won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Cortez wasn't looking like somebody who just won a championship match.
He wasn't look like he got killed. He just literally was just looking like, well, let me go back to the hotel. Like that's what it looked like. I guess if we're gonna talk about the other battles real briefly, Arcane and Caustic didn't like it at all. Caustic had a lot of freestyle moments, a lot of weird moments. Arcane, it was just kind of like a weird like. There was a point where Arcane was like, "This is a long time coming. Everybody in the crowd, shh." And I was just kind of like, "Man, niggas don't want to see it no more, bro."
Damn.
I think
I was amped to see that one.
I think it annoyed people. There was the 3rd or 4th battle of the night, and the first couple battles were just underwhelming in how they went. I think it made it worse that Arcane and Caustic went because that wasn't the time. I think if they did patent clips right there, they could have revived the crowd a little bit back, and then they could have snuck. But no.
The only thing I got to say about this battle is that is the most heated battle in history as far as history. You know, in the history of battle rap, that's like top 3.
They waited.
You know, historic battle. I don't care if they waited. When they announced that shit, I was like, finally.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
They waited too long.
I was fucking with it. I was like, yo, these niggas gonna be at each other's neck. This is gonna be crazy.
Now, I will say this: that may be the one battle on the card that if it happened in LA, might have been lit with the same bars. But this shit was just like, I felt like because the crowd was
Arcane had a defeat bar, bro. I don't know.
Yo, I like defeat bars now, man. I'm bringing them back, man. I had a couple fire ones, bro. But
I don't know, man.
All I was gonna say is like, if you had that much history and that much energy towards each other and it's genuine, you gotta show the fuck up and show the fuck out, man.
I feel like so much of that narrative, though, bro, played out publicly over the past few years that it's like, it's one thing if me and you have a problem and we don't speak and it's not talked about and then we got a battle as opposed to, okay, we have a problem and now it's everybody knows and there's 14 posts about it in every battle rap group, and then me and you are back and forth on posts for years.
You don't think that builds
dissing each other?
No, I think you have to capitalize at the pinnacle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When that shit came out and Caustic started talking that shit and he was saying it in different battles, I'll fuck Arcane up. And then it started seeming like it might get physical and all this other shit. Book it right then.
Right now.
Tell them, make a contract, don't fight or you won't get paid. Book that shit. It's not the pinnacle no more. It went like this and then it went downhill fast. That battle was meant for a year and a half ago.
Caustic was sitting for a while. I think his last
Yeah,
match was Roan,
neither of
and
them
then
have even been on a
Arcane's
streak.
last match was me. So they both kind of were sitting for like over a year, I think, from King of the Dot. So it was just weird. I would have liked to have seen them take different battles and then put them on Blackout if you were gonna do it.
I dig that.
I think it's too late. They should have abandoned it.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it passed the time.
All right, well, fuck that battle.
Side note, I want to see Nestle and Bender before that's past the time too.
It's past. I'm not battling Bender. Fuck battling Bender, man. Fuck battling Bender. I've been about that battle for years.
I think that the Soros.
If they called you right now, you would say no.
I mean, the bag is the bag, but I'm not chasing that shit no more.
Yo, you know what happened? I think with the Soros battle, Bender. I hate to say it, but it marked like an end of like an era for Bender. I feel like people were so happy and so excited to really hear Bender's lyrics, and I feel like it's kind of moving towards a different era.
Let's keep it funky.
And it's just
let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky about Bender. Everybody called Nestle versus Bender after me versus Pesci. Bender went and took Sid Vicious. Nobody called for that fucking battle.
That'd have been perfect.
Talk that shit.
Nobody
called for that.
The cannabis battle.
Yeah.
Talk that shit.
Perfect time.
The last time I'm addressing this shit because this motherfucker's been ducking me for over a half a decade.
But you know,
I've been about the battle
between y'all by saying this, right?
I mean, shit. If a motherfucker want to set it up, you know what? No, fuck that nigga. I'm not battling Bender. He's a great guy. He's a funny dude on Facebook. Funny dude in person. I'm not fucking battling Bender. I'm just addressing this shit for the fans so they can stop saying Nestle versus Bender.
I never heard someone say, fuck this dude. He's a great guy. He's met his family at nice. Mom baked sweet cookies, but fuck him.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. I'm not battling Bender, man.
But yeah, I guess, honestly, if I have to pick the best battle, and this, to me, this isn't off it being fire. It's just off of it being a back and forth that they got through. No stumbles. No one fucked up. Had a couple moments. I have to go with Serious and Sharon. Even over Math and Gems,
I'll be honest with you. If I have to rewatch one battle right now with a gun to my head,
damn.
That was the card. It's gonna be Math and Gems.
That's what I keep hearing.
But yo, I'm telling y'all right now, I don't feel strongly about it. I mean, it's like,
I don't know if I feel strongly about it either, but there's no way I'm sitting through Serious and Sharon again. I'm not.
I'm hearing the consensus is Math versus Gems. I
understand why, because it had action, it had theater. None of the other battles did.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, that's
what I'm saying. Battle rap is boring. They just
tomato,
shit.
Should it have been one weekend?
Yes,
possibly. I like the idea of the split weekends, but yeah, possibly.
Yo, I don't think battle events should have more than 5 battles.
I really feel was it a bad idea, or was it bad execution? Could this card have been better with matchups?
It's not King of the Dot.
It's not King of the Dot. It wasn't a bad idea because when they announced it, I was like, "That's some new shit."
Yo, I was like, "All right, both joints are gonna be lit."
Should it have been less battles?
Possibly, yes.
What if they do it again? But they do, instead of, I think it was like maybe 8 or 9 battles per. What if they just do 6?
6 battles per
5
weekend.
or 6, but the matchups are all.
But here's the thing: that wouldn't have changed the Toronto card. It would have still been the same.
But you know,
you save a little bit. Battles.
You save a little bit on travel. You save a little bit on booking, and you book more blockbuster batches. You know what I'm saying?
The biggest thing for me is just from a business aspect. Like, as I feel like King of the Dot unnecessarily spent money on the Toronto card. I feel like that was an expense they didn't have to make.
I agree.
I can't disagree.
I feel like they could have kept their costs down, only did the LA joint, and had people talking about them and just had time. I think this is a product of too many battle raps going on, not from King of the Dot, just from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's a product of having a classic event. I think that LA event will go down as one of the best events in King of the Dot history.
Facts.
It's arguably best event of the year.
Definitely one of the most pivotal in KOTD history.
Great social impact. You know what I'm saying? Brought literally millions of new fans into battle rap that are leaking over into different channels. And it's just like, damn, Like, you know what's funny? At first, I was thinking, are people gonna be like, "Damn, King did all fucked up. They ruined their rep that they just got." But I was like, nah, I don't think it's like that. I think it's I just want to see them chill for a little bit, promote the Oxy joint a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like nothing about this battle at all.
Yeah,
and I loved the other one.
On paper, I said to myself that the Toronto card seemed lesser than the LA card, and just off, you know, I thought A Ward and Peanut fire matchup, Big K and Pass fire matchup, Iron and Ilmac fight. Like I just felt like on paper, looking at the two events, I said LA is a way stronger card.
Yeah.
And that's without the Saurus and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then looking at the Toronto card, in my head I'm like, you know, where's Ness? Where's Marv? Where, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain people I would have wanted to see be a part of the event.
I'm glad y'all wasn't there.
Weren't there.
Y'all would have fell victim to that.
It would have
the bug that was going on in that room.
Stock. Yeah,
that's true. But
I honestly think
in hindsight, but I would have.
If Diz and Oxy battled there.
Well, I don't know how many.
Battle. Well, I don't know how many Russian.
Well, no, he would still brought 85,000 Russian niggas though. You know what I'm saying?
And it's actually a much bigger venue than Los Globos. Much bigger venue.
Okay, well, I'll take any battle besides that one because Oxy probably would have got it lit.
Say just throw Peanut and A Ward. You know what I mean? Say take that same battle, same comp.
It's gonna be lesser
content
than it was in LA.
Really?
The atmosphere would have fucked that battle up, and people would have been like, "Yo, actually, this battle was dope if you listen, but it sucks." You know how those YouTube comments were like, "Crowd sucks, but battle was good." It would have been like that. But I honestly don't think any of those battles are gonna have much replay value. Half because of the crowd, half because maybe just like sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't. Like this is just.
Is it weird matchups?
I really thought Math and Jims was gonna be great, like fire. I really thought that.
Were there better matchups for Math and Jims for this card?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Who would you say for Math or Jims?
For Jims, I would have given Jims somebody like I honestly would have given Jims Arcane on his comeback. Or Caustic on his comeback.
No, I don't want to see that.
Jims and Caustic.
Yeah.
Jims and Caustic would be interesting, but I wouldn't want to see Jims and Arcane.
Well, I mean, you know, I think it's a better match, you know, on the come up for him than Math. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to. Right. I forget what movie I heard it from, but he was like, you don't want to blow your load early. Pause. You know what I'm saying? On his come up, I said pause, nigga. Yeah, so you know you don't want to hit your apex and fuck it up before you actually reach there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that could have been a situation with Jims and Mav. So
actual factuals.
Yeah, so you know you give him an Arcane and you give him a Caustic, someone who's similar to him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, keep the ascension going. For Mav, I honestly thought it would have been
down.
Yeah, me and you know, we already got bars for each other. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to say myself, but I honestly thought it would have been a blockbuster if they would have did him versus Sirius instead of Sharon. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Sirius.
I mean, they in the
Sirius
same. They're in the
have that
same
on
building.
the same card as Arcane and Caustic would have been fire, bro. That's true.
Yo,
think about it. That would have been fire. Math and Sirius on the same card as Caustic.
If that was a grudge match card and they ended it with a title match, that would have been fire.
Because it's like we tried it. We tried it over here in this league.
It would have all made
perfect
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been ill.
Yeah, it is what it is. They was in the same building.
That
anyway.
battle would have cost them mad bread though.
It is what it is. Take a couple
battles off. If I was serious,
off.
I wouldn't do that.
Why? If you're serious, you would do it. If you're serious, you would do it. He was taking shots, saying that we should fight afterwards in the parking lot.
No, because I feel like one, it's a weird position to put yourself in. Two, is like I would demand so much money because of the situation.
Great position to be in.
I'd be like, yo, give me 15.
I feel that.
If I was him, I wouldn't take less than like 8 to 10 for that.
They're gonna say no to that. They're not paying.
Yeah,
that.
and I understand that, but just off that situation and knowing the energy and knowing the amount people are gonna be talking about that, like
I think you're underestimating the eagerness that Sirius has to get that whole shit behind them. And there's no way to get that shit behind them than they walk right into the shit.
I think that may actually be the battle you can get Sirius the cheapest for. Because I think that's besides the hollows and the people that Sirius wants that I think are out of his realm, that's the battle. Or I don't want to say that's the battle. That's a situation that he wants to be dead. He wants to be behind. He wants it done. He doesn't like when people bring it up when they battle
give Mav
him.
more slack for it than they give Sirius.
No,
slack.
Mav gets more slack for the disaster joint. On that one, Sirius is still the one that got punched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think nobody's like Sirius is a clown because he got punched.
I'm not saying that, but it's like, you know.
But he hears it in every battle, bro.
Yeah.
And it's you can tell just by looking at him. It bothers him. He's visibly bothered every time somebody brings it up.
So big and can be promoted for months.
Facts.
I'm like, man, nigga, give me 8 to 10
Facts.
minutes.
I mean, that's not a bad way to approach it, but you know, I just think he would be so eager to get that whole situation behind him.
Yo,
he
the
would,
buzz
he would
and
knock on that
the buzz behind that and the people that would bring out might be worth him getting paid that money. I don't say that often.
I feel that.
It would be wild, man.
I feel that.
It would be wild. And if there was like I said, with Caustic and Arcane on that card,
and the title match,
you come up with some other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Matches that can fit that bill.
Ness and Peanut. Ness and Peanut, yo.
Shout out to Peanut, man.
But
Not bad.
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to sound like Davey the Downer, but
Nah,
I
mean,
like
at the end of the day, King of the Dot is still King of the Dot, and you know, even though it was a bad event, I think the LA World Dom was great. I think Massacre was great. I think Blackout was great. You know, so
one misstep, 7 days past your biggest, you know, triumph.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
it's so weird. You have what's arguably your best event ever versus what's arguably your worst event ever.
Crazy.
And it's the same event, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's literally
Crazy.
the same event.
Nobody will. Nobody. All right. The take home from this is next year, this time, nobody's gonna remember how bad day 2 was. They're gonna remember how good day 1 was.
But at the same time, though, the biggest obstacle I think here that a lot of fans aren't overlooking, they're trying to shine light on is when do you do battles in that crowd? Like I seen
Toronto?
like
That's
Helen.
tough.
Yo,
That's a
Helen
tough
hit
one.
me up.
It's a tough
Being
one.
from Toronto, and she was like, "Yo, it's like we've been talking about it for a minute. That crowd is ass. Like they've been acting like that for
They
a
might
little
have
while.
to take it back to small rooms.
I feel like
King
in
of the Dot
Toronto-
small
I feel
room
like
series
doing
would be
I feel like
fine.
doing
Yeah.
night battles in Toronto is not what you should do.
Why they turn to vampires at night or something? Canadian people
They
turn
turn to
to
zombies. Bro.
Start the battles at 1.
Start them at 1 or 2 o'clock. Get a day crowd. Though I feel like that is gonna be a better look. I feel like I feel like you're gonna get more people out because people in Toronto or people in most major cities, you're competing on a Saturday night. You're competing with clubs. You're competing with, you know what I'm saying, concerts. You're competing with other things.
Dead ass facts, my guy.
Do it earlier in the day. You know what I'm saying? People are less tired if they got to stand there for 6 hours. It's a big difference standing there between 1 and 7 than it is 8 and 2 a.m.
Plus, the bunker had a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? The bunker
Right.
had that. You know, the fact of bringing a more intimate crowd together to watch matchups that we've wanted to see for a while. I think it would be dope if Toronto followed that model, as well as putting them earlier
Toronto,
in the
that's
day.
the next move for King of the Dot. Toronto needs a bunker.
Facts.
Somebody set it up.
Facts.
Get it shaking, get it moving. We in here. King of the Dot World Dom 7. First part was hot. Last part was not.
No.
But keep it shaking, keep it moving.
FedEx.
I want to see them guys win. I want to see everybody in battle rap win.
FedEx.
So we're not tearing them down. We just keep
Nah,
it
not
real.
at all.
FedEx.
Holla.